Hello everybody and welcome to That's Football. We are live, which is great. Another week starts, another day closer to the World Cup and some big news from the World Cup and the world in transfers. So get involved in the live comments. Antoine Griezmann, let's start off with him. Transfer shock potentially coming in with him. A year to the day, it's June the 4th today, a year to the day, so a year ago on June the 4th, Antoine Griezmann pretty much announced that he was staying at Atletico Madrid because this was the day where Atletico Madrid had their transfer ban upheld. There was that feeling that he was going to come to United, wasn't he? 6 out of 10, he said it on TV. And then he stayed at Atletico Madrid. And how interesting that a year to the day, Antoine Griezmann could well be announcing that he's staying at Atletico Madrid again. This has been reported by an outlet called ABC in the last few hours that Antoine Griezmann will and has told his friends that he's going to be staying at Atletico Madrid. I know there's some United fans who still think there's potential for him to come to United. Personally, I don't. I think when United signed Alexis Sánchez, that was the end of that, and the number 7 shirt disappeared. What I feel, and I have got nothing to back this other than a hunch, what I think happened is that last summer, Griezmann wanted to come to United. Loyally, he stayed to Atletico Madrid when they had the transfer ban upheld. And then as we went into this new last season at the start, there was some discussions between Griezmann and Barcelona, and Griezmann quite fancied that. And that's why United then had to go and look at Alexis Sánchez. That is what I think happened. But the interesting thing is, and this has been reported over the weekend by various sources, that Barcelona may have left themselves wide open for a transfer ban in relation to the dealings they've done with Griezmann or his agent. And also, Griezmann could have left himself open. This has happened before. It happened to Philippe Mexis in 2004 when he went from Auxerre to Roma. He ended up with a ban himself. So this could happen to Griezmann. And this is not... I felt that Griezmann was leaning back towards Atletico Madrid anyway. But this is maybe why Barcelona have backed off and Griezmann has backed off from Barcelona, because they may have left themselves open to a transfer ban, which of course means Griezmann wouldn't go to Barcelona. So interesting to see what's going to happen with that. I think Griezmann's going to stay at Atletico Madrid now, but I still wouldn't be shocked if he went to Barcelona. I'd be stunned if he went to Manchester United. So interesting about that. Sane not in the Sane not in the squad. What a shock, says NVS. Yes, so Leroy Sane has not been named in the German World Cup squad, the 23 that has come out today. Salah has been named in the Egypt squad, which is what we would have expected. We'll talk about a little bit more transfer news in a moment, but in essence, Leroy Sane is not in the German squad. Who's going instead of him? Julian Brandt of Leverkusen, Draxler, PSG, he's going as well, and obviously Marco Reus. But I'm very surprised. I'm not a fan of Manchester City, but I am a fan of Leroy Sane. I think he's a fantastic player. I think he's had a very good season for Manchester City. All right in the Champions League, not fantastic against Liverpool, but a very young player, really, really developing well at Manchester City. Very exciting player. I'm stunned. Now, spoken to a couple of people who know the German squad, and they've said to me that, well, he's not actually played that well for Germany, and that's why he's been left out. However, I still think, regardless of whether his form's not great, he is the better player. He is a better player than Brandt. And I just wonder if this is a bit of German loyalty to a player who plays in Germany. I do not know. But I'm very, very surprised about it. So yet another player not going to the World Cup. Lukaku not going for Belgium. Don't worry. I'm not clickbaiting or anything like that. It's not Romelu Lukaku, it's his brother who plays for Lazio. Anybody who's been watching my channel Goldbridge live stream where I do the World Cup challenges, I did Belgium on Saturday and I won it. And the one change that really made a big difference to my chances in that I made in the knockout stages was I moved Carrasco from a left wing back to a right wing back, and I put Lukaku from Lazio in there, and it gave balance. And I'm really surprised because there is no left-sided sort of wing-back for Belgium in that squad now. They're probably going to play Carrasco there and Meunier on the right, and I don't really like that. So, but Roberto Martinez, another clown manager managing a national team, a bit like Deschamps at France. So and I think Belgium have made a mistake there. But you look at Argentina, Icardi basically coming out and saying it's because Messi doesn't like me. Obviously Anthony Martial, Lacazette not going as part of the French squad. There's quite a few. There's quite a few not going. Benteke not going as well, says Douglas. I mean, they do have a lot of strength in depth, Belgium, but they also have like White Wolf says, Belgium are a bit of a shambles with Martinez in charge. He's awful. Jamie O'Hare says, any news on Ronaldo and Bale? No, not at the moment. I mean, obviously, if you're United-centric, then Fred has just popped out for a meal deal. He's halfway through his medical. I'm joking. I don't know what he's up to. He is at Carrington, apparently, so that should get announced today. Dalot, as well, is meant to be in London, so that should be announced this week. So probably 2 signings for United this week. Hopefully Fellaini will go as well. Everybody else is a little bit quiet. Everyone else is a little bit quiet. I mean, I did the United stand last night. A lot of United fans getting a bit impatient, but I haven't seen Man City do anything. Spurs haven't done anything. Liverpool obviously have. Chelsea, nothing. Obviously, they haven't even got a manager sorted at the moment. So Arsenal, nothing. So it's nothing really to be too concerned about. And obviously, the Premier League's the only official transfer window that's open at the moment. I just think Liverpool doing that Fabinho deal probably irritated a few United fans, but there's plenty of time. Bayern Munich are meant to be keeping tabs on Everton and England goalkeeper Jordan Pickford at this month's World Cup. Why? When they've got Manuel Neuer? I don't think there's anything in that. That was reported in The Sun. Liverpool are in pursuit of Lyon midfielder Nabil Fekir, who we've mentioned a few times. They're also meant to be in for Alisson, the Roma goalkeeper, which I think combined they're going to probably have to spend about 120 million of that, maybe 130, 40 million. But Real Madrid are also interested as well. That's from Marca. Arsenal target Steven Lichtsteiner, who is 34-year-old Swiss fullback, out of contract at Juventus this summer, has insisted a deal to take him to the Emirates is not yet complete. That was in the London Evening Standard. Emre Can, Juventus. We've been talking about this for weeks and weeks and weeks. They've suspended betting on that. I think that's going to be announced very soon. And Huddersfield are interested in signing AC Milan's Portuguese forward Andre Silva, which I wouldn't normally mention Huddersfield in the transfer show. Not mainly because people just aren't interested in Huddersfield. Let's be honest. I mean, no disrespect. I doubt there's even a Huddersfield fan in the live comments. Everyone's going to say they are now, but this is a big signing because he went to AC Milan last summer when AC Milan was spending a lot of money and was quite a big status signing. So if he goes to Huddersfield, that's a very interesting signing because he's a decent player. But I'd be interested to see how it goes. And it just shows you the sort of strength these Premier League lower teams can get when they actually retain their position in the Premier League after year 1. Year 2, you start to spend a little money. We saw West Brom do it. They yo-yoed up and down. Then they started to use the money they were making and they established the footing up until this year. Good news in relation to Santi Cazorla. If you've got any Arsenal fans, he's going to be training with Alaves, having been released from Arsenal. Horrific injury he suffered there to his ankle. And Swiss winger Shaqiri has confirmed he will leave relegated Stoke this summer and wants to sign for a Premier League club. Interesting to see who goes for him. I could see him going to someone like Fulham. That would probably be a suitable move for him. Let's have a look if there's anything else. Real Madrid want to make a quick appointment to replace Zinedine Zidane after accepting defeat in their pursuit of Tottenham manager Pochettino. There was some talk over the weekend that might happen. Then there was a lot of people saying it's not going to happen. And Arsene Wenger is saying he's unsure whether he wants another crazy challenge as the 8-year-old contemplates his next move following his departure from Arsenal. That's in the London Evening Standard. I think it'd be absolutely brilliant if he went to Real Madrid personally, but we should have to wait and see. I mean, it's an interesting time at the moment, isn't it? Thanks everyone who's watching us live. Please do drop a like and subscribe to the channel. We did the watch along for England on this channel on Saturday afternoon. We're going to do England again on Thursday night against Costa Rica, and we're sort of like in that the midday shows for the next few weeks will encompass transfer news, but we'll also combine World Cup news as well because World Cup fever is starting to build. I can feel it. I'm getting very excited. I don't know how you lot are as well about it. But the Griezmann shock, just for Paul, is that it looks like he's going to stay at Atletico Madrid. This has been reported this morning that he's told teammates that he's going to stay at Atletico Madrid. It's been sort of going that way. But Barcelona were always the favourites to get him, but there is this sort of story floating around this weekend that Barcelona may have made an illegal approach to Griezmann and could face a transfer ban if they go through with it. Christopher White's asking if I'm doing FIFA today. Goldbridge live stream. I won it at the weekend on my 5th attempt, not with Belgium. I'd done Mexico, England, Brazil, France, and then I won it with Belgium. So I am going to still do them. Today I'm either going to do Portugal or Colombia, and that will be live at about 1 o'clock on my channel, Goldbridge Livestream, as we build that World Cup momentum. Snap says he loves the midday shows. Thanks, Snaps. Thanks for moderating as per usual. Great stuff. The Skype show tonight is on the United stand. If you're a United fan, that's going to be very interesting at 8 o'clock. I suspect at some point today we're going to have a Fred signs video as well. So Night, Tim Cena says Manchester Evening News say Fred medical today. Oh, that's what I wanted to say as well. I just wanted to say this as well. I'm going to talk about it on the United stand as well later. The transfer window in general, what are your thoughts in relation to this? Because I pick up a lot of my information from around the world. And I think anybody can do that now. I'm no great person for that, and I know a lot of people do that because they're DM me and send me DMs on Twitter and emails and stuff like that. So that's how I do it. But what makes me laugh is all weekend I've been absolutely stunned by the amount of English outlets saying medical this week for Fred. He's going to sign at the start of the week, and everyone's jumping on it. And I almost feel like parallel universe, because we've known about this for a week. If you actually follow people like DiMarzio or other international outlets, Fred to Manchester United Monday, Tuesday this week has been known for days. And I think this is where you sometimes get some frustration in fan bases who take their information from different areas, and they're sometimes 3 or 4 days behind the loop. It's like the end of last week, English press were reporting that Ronaldo would like to come to United according to his mum. But that was in the French press at the start of the week. And it's like, I think that's where what I'm trying to say is, I think that's why people get frustrated about stories, because they think that they're nonsense, but they don't realise you might be picking them up from international sources. So just be wary of that in transfer news. I've really seen it with Fred. I mean, even still, people are announcing that he's having a medical right now. We knew this 2 days ago. So it is very interesting. It's been done a while, Ronak, you're right. Griezmann just wants a new contract, says Nicholas Myers. I think Griezmann did want to go, but I don't think he's going to go anymore. For me, I think freeing up Pogba is key for United, and I hope Fred is that person, says David Tapgun. Yeah, so United are getting away with their transfer business. I still think that Chelsea are going to make a big impact on this window, but I think it's suddenly changed for Chelsea because they don't know what the manager's going to be. They've got a big cloud over Abramovich, their owner, and his status in the UK and whether he can get in here and the way he's been treated. Is he happy about that? There's rumours of the British government going after these sort of Russian oligarchs and moving that money out of the UK. I mean, there's Brexit. I mean, we just don't know what's going on with Chelsea. But Man City, I think they're going to do a couple of deals soon. Liverpool are going to keep doing deals. Arsenal, I don't know whether they're feeding off scraps, whether Emery's not got a lot of money. Spurs will do business, but they never really seem to be, there's never really a load of focus on what Spurs do. So I think it's going to be United and Liverpool are going to be the main stories for the coming couple of weeks until Chelsea sort themselves out. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching live. If you're not watching live, do get your comments in below. We will be back tomorrow at midday with another transfer / World Cup show. There's going to be lots of news going on. Obviously, if there's any signings for any of the clubs, we will go live, unless it's United, which we'll do on the United stand as always. And thanks everyone for watching. Keep subscribing to the channel. Keep spreading the news about the channel. Remember, we're going to do every single World Cup watch along. I mean, what a challenge that's going to be. And we want you here with us. There's going to be a World Cup update show at midday every day as well. So loads going on for the World Cup. Get involved. The live comments will be there. And we're going to cover every game, even the 1 PM weekdays. So it's going to be great. Really looking forward to it. And we want you all to be involved with us. I really enjoyed the watch along for the England game at the weekend. And I feel that the buzz is starting to build for this World Cup. So lots and lots to get involved with. If you're joining me at 1 o'clock on my channel, just type in Goldbridge live stream. It will take you to my channel, subscribe, and I'll just go live at 1 o'clock. I can't schedule it because the system I use just goes live. So I'll see you at 1 for that. Portugal or Colombia, I'll decide in the next half an hour over a nice bowl of chicken soup. See you all soon. Thanks for watching.